Hi guys, it's Spoonie, and I recently did a video where I talked about picking up manga for the first time in almost 20 years. I got a chance to read one of them, and I'm going to do a little review on it now. So I picked up the first volume of Tokyo Ghoul. I chose this one because I've been wanting to watch the anime for some time, and I thought it would be cool to kind of read the source material before I go into the show itself. So now that I've read this, I am going to watch like the first season of the show, and I can do a little review and comparison. Anyways, the storyline for this is pretty cool. There's this normal guy, Ken Kaneki. He's a student. Him and his friend, they're just hanging out. Ken ends up meeting this really cute girl. They go on a date, and it turns out that she is a ghoul. Now, these are like, they look human, but they're like kind of like zombies. They eat human flesh and stuff like that. So, yeah, so she bites him, and he starts to run away from her. She chases him. They go into a construction site, and something happens, and she is like crushed to death, and he's badly injured. So what they end up doing is in the hospital, the doctor transplants her ghoul organs into him. So now he's like a half human, half ghoul, and he talks about the different changes he's going through. One thing I really liked in here is there were a lot of references to the Metamorphosis by Kafka, specifically talking about like how he's become this new creature, how food doesn't taste the same to him, how he only wants to eat like human flesh, everything else tastes rotten. So ultimately, he ends up getting the organ transplants. He runs into a couple other ghouls while trying to navigate this new life he's living, where he's only half human, um, and still trying to maintain the human relationships, like with his best friend. But again, his friend takes him out to eat, and everything looks good, but it's absolutely disgusting to him. And he ends up later on in the story, he does end up meeting some other ghouls that are like friendly. Now they're full ghouls, but they're kind of like good ghouls, I guess, at least so far from what we've seen in this volume. So the story I liked a lot. I thought it was really good. The pacing of it, everything moved really quickly. I read this whole volume in one sitting, and it really didn't feel like it was that long. The art I really like. The times where Kaneki is just like a main character, kind of by himself or with his friends. Everything looks kind of like more of a traditional style, especially like when he's with his best friend. It looks like kind of traditional anime designs. But then when the stuff gets dark, it gets really dark, like really gruesome, really intense scenes, um, which is something I like. This is one of the reasons I heard the show was good, is because it's really brutal and graphic. And so that's kind of what I was hoping for here. And while there's not a lot of it, there are some like extreme scenes. You can see every time they show one of the ghouls, obviously because they're not human, they all have black eyes. The speech bubbles are all in black with white font, as opposed to the traditional white bubble with black font. And ultimately, this book was just like a lot of fun to read through. Um, like I said, I'm gonna go for at least season one of the anime next, to sort of compare how what I've seen here, how it translates. And then I don't know if I should keep watching the anime, or read more of the actual manga before I start getting into the anime. If you have seen or read both, I'd appreciate some tips on that, where to start. There you can see he's going evil and stuff like that. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. This, like I said, this is the first manga I've read since probably like, geez, it'd be 21 years now. I think it was in 2003. I read like up to um, the first 130 chapters of a series called Flame of Recca. I know there was an anime based off it, but I never saw that. So yeah, getting back into manga, this is really cool. And I do kind of want to check out the JoJo volumes because I love the anime. But any other further tips or recommendations you could give would be pretty cool. And you can see there's a ad here for Volume 2 available right now. So yeah, that's Tokyo Ghoul. That's the little eye patch the main character wears, because one of his eyes is a ghoul eye, so it's black, so he wears that in public to cover up. Um, and the next book I am going to be, or at least manga book I am going to be reviewing, is the other one I picked up at the same time, which is The Promised Neverland, Volume 1. Again, this is something that I was interested in because of the anime. Now, I haven't seen that. I kind of wanted to, again, read the manga first, and then later on watch the anime and kind of see how it matches up. And just like with Tokyo Ghoul, if you have an opinion as to which is better, the anime or the manga for this one, let me know. And again, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll be back for the next one.